I'm so sick of these people. You know,
I'm the tribal chief around here. Yeah, you see me, the tribal chief. That's right.
I got that thing on me. I got that stick. I got that tool. I'm packing.
You must be some kind of a dumbass.
and I will never retire.
You know, this aggression will not stand, man.
Get that garbage out of here!
It doesn't matter what you think.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Hey everybody, welcome into another edition of FNR. Tonight I am joined by Jamey and Cam. How's everybody doing tonight?
Sick.
Yo,
I'm doing all right.
And that's not a good sick. That's actually Jamey being sick.
Yeah, it sucks.
So we have a lot to talk about tonight, including what just happened on Smackdown. So we had some other big things happen tonight on Smackdown too.
Naomi? Tiffany?
You had two new signings for SmackDown, both in the women's division. You had Naomi come out with her new contract, and then right behind her was Tiffany Stratton.
Man, all I know is that Sean's out there doing Sean things. I'm not even gonna describe it. He's simping hard. But that's gonna be a good spot for Tiffany.
I don't agree with that, Tommy. I don't think it's a waste of a roster spot. Tiffany's actually good. Like, she's a great wrestler. And where would you have put her? You would have put her on Raw? Raw's going to get Jade Cargill.
You know, I used to think the same thing, but her match in series with Becky Lynch kind of proved me wrong. So
You got to remember, she's only been wrestling 2 years. And look how she's doing already. In addition to that, you had Braun Breaker on the screen.
mm-hmm.
Nick Aldis offering him a contract. And Scrap Daddy comes in and tries to steal him away. Who signs with Raw? You're gonna get Jade Cargill. You're also gonna get Braun Breaker signing with Raw. But see that's why I don't think it happens yet. Because if he signs with Raw now, that's why he couldn't sign tonight. That would just ruin everything that's going on with Vengeance Day. So I think they're just teasing it at the moment because they have a match for a title shot. Because it's whoever wins the Dusty Cups gets the title shot. Unless they parlay that with Braun and Baron into a title shot on the main roster. But I don't think they will. Even though I do like the Wolf Dogs together as a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
But did something else happen on SmackDown tonight?
Bailey making her choice.
Oh, that's right. What I predicted would happen happened.
Right.
With Damage Control turning on Bailey, and then she's choosing Io Sky.
I mean, we all saw that coming, to be fair, Scalz.
that segment though was crazy.
It was,
though.
dude,
That
maybe
was
very, very well done.
That carried SmackDown, if you ask me. That was great.
That was good. That was good.
If you didn't do the segment beforehand, where Bailey overheard them talking, I don't think it would have had as big of an impact as it did.
Yep.
Yeah.
She spoke a little Japanese too. I was like, "What? That's crazy!" Like, bro, that segment,
all three of them were like, "Oh shit!"
Caught red-handed.
Oh man, we're in trouble now.
Yeah, that was so good. So I'm ready for that match. I think that match is gonna be a banger.
Dude, it's a blood roof off.
But Bailey was ready. She planted the pipe in the stairs, like so she can get it. Like she knew this shit was happening. You didn't think she was paying attention with what was going on the last couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she was. Like they say, she was playing chess while they were playing checkers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very excited for that match. Like Cam had said, I think we're going to get a new women's champion at WrestleMania.
Hope
For
so.
sure. For sure.
And for everybody that is worried about the Hugger Bailey coming back,
Nah.
she's not. This is going to be a different Bailey.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a better Bailey because right now the fans are behind her 100%.
Yes.
And when she wins at Mania, the pop is going to be fucking huge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We had a Logan Paul segment with Kevin Owens,
Yeah,
which was better than his normal segments.
true.
Good match between Owens and Theory. But any match Kevin Owens usually is in is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
I like that they tried to use the brass knucks tonight, and he knocked them both out. And tonight he put them away, so he didn't get caught by the ref.
Yeah.
Nice little like people are saying that they don't want Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul again at Elimination Chamber because it's going to be too soon. I don't think it's going to happen there because if it happens in Elimination Chamber, you're not going to have Logan Paul lose the belt before Mania because him going into Mania with the belt is great publicity because of everything that he does. I don't think the rematch is coming in until Mania. And I think KO is going to take the belt off of him at Mania. And then I think we get KO versus LA Knight after that.
Yeah, because that would be a good program.
Instead of LA Knight versus Logan Paul.
Which, I mean, there's history there too, and it could be a really, like, if they're wanting to play the megastar versus the megastar up, I mean, that would be, that'd be good stuff.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I could see them probably doing something at Chamber, and not 1-on-1. Obviously, I think maybe, they'll do, like Logan will probably get him a partner, and Kevin will probably get him a partner. They'll probably do like a tag team match or something like that at Chamber or whatever, just to keep the feud, kind of on the tracks or whatever. We still got some time till Mania or whatever, so I think they're gonna put on something in place of it for Chamber instead of it being just a 1-on-1. I do agree. I think it may be a little bit too soon since we just saw that match. But they definitely gotta spice it up though, because when they get to Mania, it's gotta have some kind of stipulation. False count anywhere, last man standing, something like that. Just spice it up a little bit for their next match, rather than it just being just a regular 1-on-1 match.
Last man standing. I actually like the sound of that between them two.
I think that'd be dope.
Especially with the way that Logan Paul, he has his punch. He says that no one can get up from up from it in 3, which Kevin has already disproven. But that's a nice little tidbit to do with the last man standing. I like that. Good call on that, Kim. Hopefully that comes true.
If you guys hit the train horn, that's me over here.
The what? The train horn?
Yeah, never mind.
What else do we have happen tonight? Yeah,
Tiffany. We had the tag team title match.
That's right.
Or it's not tag team title match. Tag team number 1 contenders match.
Which I like how they set it up, but I thought when they did it, they were going to get a title shot. I didn't realize it was the winner of this versus the winner of the one that they're doing on Raw.
Yep.
And then they have to fight each other.
Yep.
That was a nice little wrinkle into that. This way, both brands can be involved in it.
Yep.
Do we know who is the ones on Raw yet? Has those been announced?
Imperium.
Is Imperium in it?
Are you just speculating, or you know it's been announced?
No, that's who's going to be in the match.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Imperium New Day is what I think it's going to be.
Imperium New Day.
From what I heard.
Alpha,
and then
Academy, I guess.
No, I think it's Creed Brothers and then DIY.
That'd be a banger match.
Okay.
It's those four.
All right.
I don't know if DIY is going to be in it though.
Probably
because
not.
they just lost.
Yeah,
It might be
just-
Alpha
yeah,
Academy
Alpha
instead of
Academy.
them.
Yeah.
probably
If that's the
Tozawa
four-
and Gable.
No, Gable and Otis. Tozawa's not a tag team partner. He's just going to dance in the corner.
Yeah. But
And then we had Tiffany versus Mishin. Pretty good match. Always like to see Mishin back on the screen. She deserves to work. She's a great worker.
She's good. She's good.
They need to figure out what to do with the OC, though. They feel like they're lost.
and fast.
Hopefully,
Get them
the
back. They should have been in a tag title match.
They should have been. I've been saying this for weeks. Like I don't understand. I get they're still, trying to be this group with AJ Styles or whatever. But AJ Styles clearly doesn't want anything to do with them, and he's clearly doing his own thing right now. But that doesn't mean that they should be taking a back seat. Like
just let them
move
go
on.
out.
Like
Yeah,
they're a
let 'em
great
go
tag
out.
team.
Yeah, just let them be the Good Brothers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe after Mania, if the rumors are true and they're splitting the tag titles again,
Hope
we'll
so.
see a lot more of the tag teams be involved on both brands.
Yeah.
Because right now, both tag team divisions are stacked.
Which
And this is the first time I've seen this in, I would say, probably close to a decade.
Yeah.
With the tag teams being like this.
Can I say this too? There has been a lot of great tag team wrestling that I've seen in the last couple of weeks. I watched Impact last night.
every
or
company.
TNA, whatever. And they're doing a best of 3 series.
Oh my
with
God,
the-
this match
Yeah.
was amazing.
in GYV. Like, yo, that the first I watched the first match on Thursday, and that was a great match. I love GYV. I feel like WWE dropped the ball with GYV. They should have just let them be them, because that, to me, I think that's when you don't have the torch carrying tag team such as the Usos right now. I feel like GYV could have been that tag team to pick up that torch that they dropped, and they could have been that tag team to carry that tag team division for sure. So
Shawn Michaels dropped the ball.
for sure, like it just
I don't know if
Somebody
it was him
dropped the
when
ball.
they,
I don't know if it was him.
I don't know if it was him when they first started doing it. I think that was when Vince came over and tried to ruin
probably so.
NXT, and they just never.
Yeah.
And by that time, GYV had already had their minds made up that they were leaving when their contract
Mhm.
was up, because they did
Yeah.
ask to be released, and I don't think there was any point in pivoting them into something different to try and save them there. So they didn't want to waste their time on them,
But-
which is not right for them, but I can understand why they didn't.
But bottom line, though, like I said, tag team wrestling just across the board right now between the companies, I think it's just flourishing right now, and it's great to see.
There's a match the maximum male models, they go by Eminem now, kind of MXM. They're killing it on the indies. They had a match in DPW that was straight gas. I gotta send you guys the link to it. It was fantastic. They're good. They took pretty much the idea that was given to them, and they took that on. They've just been running with it, and they've been making it theirs. And man, just tag team wrestling is just awesome. Eddie and everywhere, which is something we haven't seen. And just, I mean, it hasn't been like this in my lifetime.
We're in a wrestling boom right now, and every promotion right now is probably giving everything they possibly can and improving. But the two that you notice the most are WWE and TNA.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel if TNA keeps doing what they're doing,
they're going to eclipse AEW by the time, if they keep doing what they're doing.
Yep.
Sorry, my bad. My bad.
It's all right.
It's exciting.
What else do we have happen tonight on SmackDown?
I think you were mentioning the Tiffany Stratton match.
Yeah, I was saying before, she just signed her contract. She shows why she just was brought up to the main roster. That moonsault she does is the best in the business right now. I don't think anybody can compare to her. She overshot it tonight, but I think that was more of the fact that Mishin was in the wrong spot because she didn't like overextend or anything. It just looks like that Mishin was a little too close to begin with. But we had a lot of things happen tonight, and it just makes you interested and more invested now in the SmackDown brand.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm looking forward to Raw. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude.
I can honestly say, and you know me, like I followed WWE for a long time, and I only watched WWE for a long time. I have been starting to watch AEW every week. I have been, like, last night we watched TNA, so I'm going to start picking up on TNA. But I can honestly say this is the first time since probably the Attitude Era that I'm actually looking forward to what's coming next because of the stories that they're building and how they're doing it. Have you ever had that, Cam, like within WWE?
Yeah, a few times I would say throughout my time watching WWE. I don't even remember time period wise necessarily. I just know, like, the excitement, coming home on those Friday afternoon, and just in knowing that SmackDown was coming on. Like, you always have that excitement because you always look forward to the unexpected, you know. And I always tell people, I know, people, especially people who are fixated on the 90s, and they think the Attitude Era was the golden era and things like that. I always, tend to tell them I think now is even better than then because now you have so much wrestling. Like, if you don't like AEW, if you don't like WWE, there's MLW, there's GCW, there's DPW. Like, there's so many different wrestling promotions now that can provide you with whatever you're in, with whatever with whatever you're into in terms of wrestling. So I think that just in general is exciting. And then, like I said, WWE is, I mean, from the 90s to now, like, then they were just, as The Rock says, a mom and pop kind of company. Now they're just like this. They're like the omega of professional wrestling, and I think they're bigger than they ever have been. So that, just that in general, that there's so much to watch out for, so many different tag teams and factions, and so many singles wrestlers, and so many champions to watch out for. You gotta have to keep your head on a swivel because you have to be looking everywhere to because everybody it's just an exciting time because everybody could jump ship, free agents and contract signings, and it's a lot to keep up with. It can be overwhelming, but it's also exciting at the same time.
Oh yeah.
So I will say that the most fun to watch when I was growing up was the Attitude Era between WWE and WCW. Like, that was fun to watch. Like, everything that happened, it was great. But in regards to the best wrestling boom time, that's now because of everything that is going on, like you said, with all the different brands, having so many options, having so many places for the wrestlers to work. Like, that's a big thing because in the 90s, it was WWE and WCW. And then WCW went down when WWE bought them, and then you had TNA come on. So you really only had two big brands, and then you had a few indies and local promotions, not like you do now. Like Jamey with Diamond State Wrestling. Like, could that have been there 20 years ago? Probably not.
Not at all.
But because of how the industry is booming right now, and I know people are like, well, the ratings don't support that. No, it's because of how the ratings are gauged. They don't gauge streaming for the ratings. It's just physical TVs right now. You want to know what's going to happen? That's gonna fucking change next year when Raw moves to Netflix.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that matters when it comes to the ratings is ad revenue. That's it. That's it. And that doesn't even matter because they're all pretty much prepaid slots at that point.
But I'm just like, I'm looking forward to watching everything happen, everything evolve. It's just gotten so much better. And I loved what you said about the free agents, Cam, because what they did tonight was they proved that NXT is essentially a developmental brand, and they're using them for free agents to sign with other brands.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily need to be drafted, but they can now be called up and be signed as a free agent. And I love that because that means that could happen at any time throughout the year. It doesn't have to just be WrestleMania season. It doesn't just have to be after Mania. It doesn't have to be SummerSlam. It could be any time throughout the year. And I love that they added that little wrinkle into it.
It's good stuff.
They're adding. They're realistic. If you think about it, they're realistically throwing it back to the original brand split from the early 2000s. Because if you remember back to those times, 2002, 2003, whatever. Well, even like a little bit later after that, like 2005, 2006, you had people who were like free agents. I don't know if they really. I mean, I guess they kind of did. We really talk about free agents and contracts more now than I think we did back then.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to think about it. Back then, you would have, SmackDown superstars, and then they would show up. They would get announced like, "Oh, there's some big signing going to be on Raw," right? And then it would turn out it's John Cena or something like that. Like, so they're kind of throwing it back to that, where they're adding an emphasis on these top stars from NXT being signed, showing up on SmackDown, showing up on Raw. So that's exciting in a sense because again, it's just adding an emphasis on the next, top young talent and giving them that spotlight. So
Anything else we want to touch on about what happened on SmackDown?
No, it was a really good show from top to bottom. It was, yeah.
It was a complete show. You had a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
And they advanced a lot of storylines. They added confusion into things. They did a cliffhanger. Like, it's making you think. People don't like when shows make you think.
No.
I love it.
But I do because now it makes me want to know more. It makes me want to watch more and want to find out what actually is going to happen.
Yes, sir.
And that's all it is. That's what it's designed for. It's designed to get you talking. It's designed to cause confusion because in the age of technology and social media and things like that, we just pretty much know everything they're going to do. Like we know their next move. We're always trying to predict their next move and things like
Instant
that.
information.
Exactly. So, and they hate that because they want us to not know what they're going to do next. So,
thank you for the cheers, Sammy. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Sammy.
Thank you, Sammy.
So, I mean, well, they hooked me. They got me tonight with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Randy was not on the show tonight. You couldn't see your daddy. I'm sorry. I had to think about that for a moment before I said anything. Yeah. Is there anything else we want to touch on before we head on out for the night?
I think that's it.
That's it, buddy.
All right. So, Jamey, where can everybody find you?
You can find me occasionally, like Roman Reigns' schedule on Off the Top Media, Friday Night Review. You can also find me doing the color commentary on anything Diamond State Wrestling related. Or we do have a bi-weekly taping with a weekly show coming out soon called Flawless. That's going to be our premiere programming there on YouTube. You can catch me and my shenanigans on Twitter, Instagram, the whole shebang at Jamey Rose X. And yeah, let me get a cough drop in this bitch.
So, Jamey.
Yes, sir.
When are we going to get some more paying dues little vignettes and videos for the YouTube channel.
Did put me on the spot here.
It's not putting you on the spot. It's an honest question, because the last one that popped up on the YouTube was a hit.
Yeah. I know my editing schedule, just kind of doing a little behind the scenes here. I do all the video editing and vignette editing for Diamond State, except on our big shows and pay-per-views, we do outsource that stuff. But yeah, I'll definitely fit something in, especially with Mania season. I do need to cover the news that's happening with Rock, CM Punk with his triceps, Drew being a menace, the whole shebang. So we could definitely see some stuff coming soon.
Sweet. People are calling for it.
I don't know about that. Probably just you, buddy.
Before Cam says it, Kane, Roman's not working Chamber as of now. I don't think that's going to change. From everything that I have seen, Roman's actually supposed to be in Saudi promoting the fan experience by WWE during that time frame. So,
I mean, bro's the new Undertaker.
Essentially, going everywhere to do the promotion and everything for them.
And only wrestle like 2 matches a year.
But I mean, he's already wrestled 1. His second one's going to come up in Mania, and then we probably won't see him again until SummerSlam, when he loses the belt after breaking the record. Cam.
You can find me on TikTok at Cam's Wrestling Corner and call me Cam G. You can find me right here every single Friday night on Off the Top Media with these two gentlemen for a Friday night review. You can find me on Monday nights over on Rivet City Radio after Monday Night Raw. Jamey, what are you doing? On Monday Night Raw, or after Monday Night Raw on Mondays with the Table Spot with my boy Metalcore Mike and the Alpha Wolf Sean. And then, of course, you can find me on River City Radio every single Wednesday night with The Boom with Metalcore Mike and Phil Kahn. And then you can find me on Twitter/X at CamandCheese317. And if that does not sizzle your bacon, you can find me on Instagram at 317 Bacon, Eggs, and Cam.
No struggles with that tonight.
Yes. It feels so good when I don't mess up with that.
Lately, you've been having trouble with the Twitter and the Instagram because you want to reverse them for some strange reason. But I want to thank these two gentlemen for coming out tonight to host FNR with me. It was a great show. We spoke a lot about what happened tonight on Smackdown. We went into the NFL, what we think is going to happen at Super Bowl. That being said, you can find me here on Off the Top on both Twitch and YouTube at Off the Top Media. Then you can find me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at Off the Top Media _. I am Scalz. I am the host of NXT on Tap on Tuesday nights here on Off the Top.
Great
and then
show.
I host with these gentlemen here on Friday night with FNR. We should be seeing a return of Sorry for the Interruption soon with new hosts on Sunday night. So make sure everybody should check that out. And
we got Vengeance Day this Sunday.
Vengeance Day, 8 p.m. right on the network. Peacock. Sorry, there is no more WWE Network in the U.S. It's on Peacock now. But so I'm not sure if Sorry for the Interruption will be coming on. Oh, I forgot, Tommy. Thank you for reminding me. Following us over on the Rivet City Radio Twitch. It's DJ Tommy with the After Party. Make sure you check it out. They talk everything about music, the nightclub scene, everything. If you haven't checked it out yet, Jamey,
where's my invite?
Oh, talk to Tommy. He'll invite anybody. As long as you speak on the mic and you can be on the camera, he'll invite you over there.
Hi, I'm Jamey. But anyways, as Master Yoda said, do or do not, there's no try, and like Nike, just do the damn thing. Anyways, that's Scalz, I'm Jamey, and that's Cam. See you boys later. Let's get that fuck out of here.
What?
Thanks for everybody coming out. We'll catch y'all soon.